How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be explaining how to complete team affinities in the fastest way possible. Now, this method is extremely challenging, but it is in fact the fastest method in order to earn team affinity program stars and unlock those 42 card series diamonds. So basically what we're going to do is skip all the way through these challenges, these individual challenges leading up to the final showdown. We're going to just get right into it. We're going to be down by 12 runs. We're going to need to score 13 runs in total without earning the 15 outs. Now, technically you have about 14 outs to work with. Once you earn that last out, even if you tie the ball game up, then there are no extra innings. It will forfeit your run and you'll actually fail it. Now, the one thing you want to avoid are double plays. This mode is entirely up to confidence in terms of working against the pitcher. You want to work the count, take as many pitches as you can, and lower the pitcher's confidence. Now, this first time, I am actually going to fail it. But I wanted to show you, kind of what not to do, and I wanted to show you a little bit about the confidence in general. So after you score a few runs, you should have his confidence all the way down, and once you hit into some double plays like I have, the confidence will actually rise. Another thing you want to avoid are, of course, strikeouts. And this is a type of mode where the runners don't reset after 3 outs, right? If you have the bases loaded, you can keep the bases loaded throughout the entire showdown. And I'm going to take you through 2 successful attempts here. And I wanted to let you guys know that, sometimes I do fail this stuff. I'm not, perfect in terms of completion, but I probably complete this method in this way probably 8 out of 10 attempts. So the first one was my very first try, and I just hit into a couple double plays. If it wasn't for that, I strongly feel like I would have been able to complete it. But here we're facing Patrick Corbin. That's another thing about this showdown is you don't really know if you're going up against a right-handed pitcher or a left-handed pitcher, but there are far more right-handed pitchers in the program than there are lefties. We only have Jesus Luzardo and Patrick Corbin, and then the rest of them are right-handed. You will be facing one of these 42 card series cards in this showdown as well. So just a couple of things to keep in mind. Another tip, right, I'm going to try to fill this video with as many tips as possible, would be to put some speed on your bench. And since you're not really playing any defense, you can put your players in out of positions and kind of, mix up your lineup in whatever way you want to. If you're facing a righty and you want to put all left-handed hitters in there, they do kind of auto-generate you some players after you complete the draft. Now, as you can see in this one, I'm working the count. The confidence is all the way down. But something to keep in mind is once you score 8 runs against the computer, the confidence will actually go up a little bit. Here I was risking it. I pressed L1. If the opponent makes a diving play, I would have had a triple play there most likely. But that was not the case. He missed it, and that's just something that you're kind of hoping for in this mode. They will make diving plays. They will rob you of home runs. I have lost a couple of showdowns due to getting robbed with the last few outs remaining, or even the last out remaining getting robbed of a home run, and that's how I lost. So it does happen. It's not ideal, obviously, but as long as you stay patient at the plate, and this is another good way to practice. I mean, this is only on veteran difficulty, so it's not on the toughest difficulty at all. Later on in the year, who knows? They might change this from veteran to all-star, but I want to try and get a couple of these team affinities completed before that happens or before they come out with more. So I did the same type of thing in last year's game. I was able to complete almost all of the team affinities. I just stopped doing this method because I knew that this method would be back in the game, and I figured I would be playing this a lot in general. But as you can see, we're down to the last run, and I was able to steal second base. Now I'm just trying to get him over. If you want to bunt right here, go for it. You can move your runner in, you can sacrifice him over, or even suicide squeeze. So anyway, we were able to complete it. This is going to be another run here facing German Marquez, and this time I drafted more right-handed hitters than left-handed hitters, but we should be able to, still complete this as long as we stay patient, take a lot of pitches. German Marquez does not have a deceptive delivery, which helps. He's going to throw them in there, and we also got a couple of perks that are going to help us out. We got a couple perks, inner piece, which helps, I think, contact or exit velocity on pitches down the middle. And that one was certainly down the middle. Mark Canha goes deep. We're going to try and hit as many perfect home runs as we can. That's always the goal. But I know from the last videos, some people had a lot of trouble with this method. And let me know in the comments. They let me know how difficult this was. And they said that I made it look easy. I don't necessarily think that this is easy. But once you kind of get into a rhythm, it is a lot easier. And once you get that confidence down, the pitcher starts throwing you meat pitches, and you can just smack them into the gap, smack them for a home run. Doesn't matter if you have, a bronze card up there, a common card up there. As long as you put good swings on the ball, you will get rewarded on veteran difficulty. That's a given. So I didn't even mess with my lineup in this one. I kind of just drafted the team, skipped to the end, put in a couple players, and just went for it. But this is a really good method to try some new cards out, as well as parallel cards. I mean, you can certainly grind stats and grind stuff by completing this method and completing Showdown. I'm pretty sure that is valid in terms of the parallel cards, but nonetheless, you will be able to try out cards that you don't necessarily have. Like, for example, all of the 42 cards. If you were to complete this method and complete these Showdowns over and over again, I'm sure that you'd be able to test them all out. And that's kind of what I was doing. I drafted Anthony Santander in this one. He did pretty well. Here we got Michael Franco. I'm pretty sure he was auto-generated to my team. I mean, you really just want to check your reserves, check all the players that they give you if you're not trying to add more players to your team by completing those individual moments or missions leading up to the final Showdown. But I was really able to get something going here. I felt a little bit better at the plate during this Showdown, even though I earned a few more outs. I was just hitting the ball hard right to people, and that is going to happen, right? You will hit perfect line drives right to the fielders. They will make diving catches, as I mentioned earlier, but they'll also make errors. They'll miss the ball out there. That sometimes will help you advance a couple of bases. One thing to keep in mind is that, since I'm getting closer to the end of this, I don't think Salvador Perez was going to get up to bat again, so I figured I would pinch run the 70 speed, and I'm not going to steal, but I want to be able to score from first on a ball in the gap, and we hit a 2-run shot to win it anyway. So we were able to complete this 2 out of 3 times. But the first time I struck out once. I hit into 2 double plays. There goes 5 of my outs right there. But after completing this 2 times, I am at 30 Team Affinity points. And as you can see, I'm working on the AL Central. I am, in fact, going for that Nico Goodrum. I need a solid switch hitter who plays a variety of positions, kind of to balance out my lineup a little bit. I've been using the Jason Dominguez card, and he is very good. But I want to try to get my hands on the 42 card, Nico Goodrum. He's a Tigers player. I'm a fan of the Tigers. As you can see, I'm selecting their universal profile icon and their banner. I might as well pick up the Tiger growl sound. But I thought about, changing up my uniforms. I'll probably go with these Detroit Tigers uniforms. I'm also looking into collecting the flashback, or I guess throwback, Arizona Diamondbacks uniforms. Those are really sweet, and those are some of my favorite unis that have existed in Major League Baseball. But here we get a gold card. I didn't even know that this was going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and select the brand new legend, Grady Sizemore. So he is actually in the game. He's just a gold card, and I don't think you're able to sell these. I'm not exactly sure. No, it says right there, I'm not able to sell it, so that's kind of interesting. But that's how you complete Team Affinities in the fastest way possible. That is, in fact, the fastest method. For 2 of those runs, it took me about 25 minutes, so just to kind of keep that in mind. But that's going to do it for this video. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.